I never thought I'd find myself swiping right on Tinder, but there I was, nervously awaiting my first date with Mark. His profile had been charming, his smile captivating, but the dimly lit coffee shop where we'd agreed to meet felt eerie, with shadows dancing in the corners. I brushed off my unease, attributing it to first date jitters. As Mark approached, my heart did a somersault. He looked just as handsome as his photos, but there was something off about his eyes. Cold, empty, devoid of emotion. Ignoring my instincts, I greeted him with a forced smile. We sat down, and conversation flowed easily at first. He had a charismatic charm that drew me in, but beneath his polished exterior, something sinister lurked. He steered the conversation toward the macabre, describing gruesome crime scenes with unsettling enthusiasm. My discomfort grew, but I didn't want to seem rude. Mark suggested we take a stroll through a nearby park, and I reluctantly agreed. As we walked along the moonlit path, the silence between us grew heavy, interrupted only by the rustling of leaves. Suddenly, Mark stopped and turned to me with that unsettling smile. "You know," he said softly, "I've always found moonlight to be so romantic, don't you?" My heart raced as his gaze bore into me, his words dripping with a chilling intensity. I stammered a response, desperate to break the tension. Without warning, he lunged toward me, his grip like a vice on my arm. Panic surged through me as he dragged me toward a secluded area of the park. I fought with all my strength, but his grip only tightened, his face contorted into a grotesque mask of rage. As we reached a clearing, I saw something that made my blood run cold. A shallow grave, freshly dug, with an open, empty coffin beside it. My mind raced, and I knew I had to escape, or I'd become a part of this horrifying tableau. Summoning every ounce of strength and courage, I kicked Mark in the stomach, breaking free from his grasp. I sprinted through the park, my heart pounding like a drum, and didn't look back until I reached the safety of a nearby road. Mark was gone, but the memory of that night still haunts my dreams. I never returned to Tinder, and I'll always trust my instincts when something feels off. That night, I narrowly escaped a date gone terribly wrong, a brush with darkness that still sends shivers down my spine.